The 2025 NBA Finals wasn't a clash between juggernauts like the Celtics, Lakers, or Warriors. Instead, it was a battle between two of the league's most compelling rising teams, the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Indiana Pacers. While both teams were emerging forces in their respective conferences, few expected them to headline the season's most important series. The Thunder, with their elite defense and ascending star power, were anticipated contenders. The Pacers, however, entered the postseason as underdogs and defied the odds by punching their ticket to the finals with grit, speed, and clutch performances. What unfolded over 7 unforgettable games was a championship series full of heart, pain, and historical moments. It was not only about crowning a new champion, but witnessing the possible start of a new dynasty and the tragedy of a dream derailed by injury. Let's dive into the full summary and detailed breakdown of the 2025 NBA Finals. Pre-finals context: 2 paths to the big stage. The Oklahoma City Thunder finished the 2024-25 season with a league-best 68-14 record, showing a combination of youth, depth, and elite execution. Led by MVP Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, SJ, and supported by Jalen Williams, Chet Holmgren, and defensive leader Alex Caruso, OKC dominated the regular season with suffocating defense, fast-paced offense, and unparalleled chemistry. Indiana's road was more winding. They ended the season at 50-32, a respectable record that didn't scream title contender. But behind the dynamic playmaking of Tyrese Halliburton, the scoring of Benedict Mathurin, and the versatility of Miles Turner and Pascal Siakam, Indiana surged through the Eastern Conference playoffs, upsetting top seeds and breaking records. Their 5 comebacks from 15-plus point deficits were an NBA postseason record. Game 1. Indiana steals the spotlight. Oklahoma City hosted Game 1 and immediately imposed their will, forcing 19 first-half turnovers and leading by as many as 15. But the Pacers didn't flinch. Tyrese Halliburton led a furious fourth-quarter rally, and with 0.3 seconds left, he hit a stunning step-back jumper to win the game 111-110. The win marked a shift in the narrative. No longer was this finals expected to be a Thunder coronation. It became a contest of equals. Halliburton's buzzer beater was the first in an NBA Finals game since Michael Jordan's iconic shot in 1997. Game 2, Thunder respond with dominance. With their pride wounded, the Thunder bounced back in Game 2. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander scored 34 points, bringing his total across the first 2 games to 72, setting a finals record for most points scored in a player's first 2 games. OKC cruised to a 123-107 win, reminding everyone why they had been so dominant all season. The Thunder defense tightened up, limiting Indiana to 42% shooting and forcing 18 turnovers. This was OKC playing their brand of basketball: disruptive defense leading to high-efficiency transition offense. Game 3. Pacers take control at home. Returning to Indiana, the Pacers put on a show in front of their home fans. Benedict Mathurin came off the bench to score 27 points, while Halliburton continued to orchestrate with poise and flair. Indiana's bench outscored Oklahoma City's 49-18, exposing a rare weakness in the Thunder rotation. Indiana won 116-107, taking a 2-1 series lead and stealing momentum. Questions arose about whether OKC's inexperience might catch up to them under the finals pressure. Game 4. Thunder's clutch genes kick in. Game 4 became a must-win for Oklahoma City. Despite trailing by double digits entering the fourth quarter, SGA exploded with 15 points in the final 5 minutes. Jalen Williams added 27, and Chet Holmgren controlled the paint with timely blocks and rebounds. The Thunder won 111-104, evening the series at 2-2. The key difference was Oklahoma's late-game execution. They locked down defensively and trusted their go-to players to deliver. Game 5, the breakout of Jalen Williams. Back in Oklahoma City, Game 5 became the Jalen Williams show. The second-year wing scored a playoff career-high 40 points, while SGA added 31. Their combined 71 points was one of the highest teammate outputs in finals history. The Thunder secured a 120-109 win and went up 3-2 in the series. It was a commanding performance that showed just how hard it would be for Indiana to close out the series, especially without home court advantage in Game 7. Game 6, Pacers force Game 7. Refusing to quit, the Pacers played with desperation and executed beautifully in Game 6. Their defense was ferocious, forcing 21 turnovers, and their offense clicked early. Indiana jumped to a 22-point halftime lead and never looked back. Halliburton, still battling tightness in his right calf, played limited minutes but provided leadership and timely passes. Indiana's 108-91 win forced a decisive Game 7. Game 7, glory for OKC, heartbreak for Indiana. Game 7 was everything Finals fans could hope for until tragedy struck. Just 5 minutes into the game, Tyrese Halliburton went down after hitting a step-back three. The arena fell silent as he was helped off the court. Later, it was confirmed he had ruptured his Achilles and would miss up to a year. Despite the emotional blow, Indiana fought valiantly. They led 48-47 at halftime, but without Halliburton's playmaking, their offense collapsed in the second half. The Thunder, led by SGA's 29 points and 12 assists, outscored Indiana by 12 in the third quarter and sealed the game 103-91. Chet Holmgren had 18 points, 8 rebounds, and a Finals Game 7 record 5 blocks. Jalen Williams added 21 points and several key defensive stops. The Thunder forced 23 turnovers and converted them into 32 points. SGA's crowning moment. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was named Finals MVP, completing an historic trifecta: regular season MVP, scoring title, and Finals MVP. He joined elite company with the likes of Michael Jordan, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. SGA's averages across the Finals were staggering: 28.7 points, 7.2 assists, 5.6 rebounds, and over 2 steals per game. He controlled the tempo, made critical plays in the clutch, and elevated everyone around him. Holmgren and the emergence of a new defensive star. Chet Holmgren's Game 7 performance sealed his reputation as a premier rim protector. Despite being just a rookie, he anchored OKC's defense with composure beyond his years. His ability to guard the pick and roll, recover quickly, and block shots without fouling was pivotal. Across the series, he averaged 3.4 blocks and nearly 10 rebounds. Jalen Williams, the X Factor. While SGA and Holmgren received much of the attention, Jalen Williams was the X Factor. His 40-point outburst in Game 5 swung the series momentum, and his defensive effort against Mathurin and Siakam kept Indiana from making late pushes. Williams' growth into a dependable two-way star gave OKC the versatility needed to outlast the Pacers. Indiana's courage and collapse. Indiana's playoff run will be remembered for its heart. They never gave up, rallied from deficits, and played as a cohesive unit. But Halliburton's injury changed everything. Without him, they lacked the creative engine needed to break through OKC's elite defense. Halliburton later said, "I'd do it all over again, even knowing the outcome. That's what competitors do." Indiana's future remains bright, but how they recover and rebuild around Halliburton's rehab will define their trajectory. Historic stats and milestones. Youngest championship core. The Thunder's average age was 25.6, the youngest Finals winning team in over 4 decades. SGA's dominance. First player since Shaquille O'Neal in 2000 to win MVP, scoring title, and Finals MVP in the same season. Chet Holmgren set Game 7 record for blocks, 5 in a Finals. Viewership peak. Game 7 drew 16.4 million viewers, the highest NBA Finals viewership since 2019. Indiana's postseason comebacks. 5 15-point comeback wins, an all-time playoff record. Legacy and outlook. Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder have officially arrived. With Shai locked in, Holmgren improving, Williams emerging, and draft picks still to come, this team could dominate for years. Their team-first philosophy, elite defense, and star depth signaled the rise of a modern NBA dynasty. Indiana Pacers. Though they fell short, the Pacers gained league-wide respect. They proved that teamwork, strategy, and grit still matter. Their offseason focus will revolve around Halliburton's recovery, adding wing depth, and solidifying their bench scoring. The 2025 NBA Finals gave us more than a champion. It gave us a new era. The Thunder's championship was a product of patience, smart drafting, and internal development. The Pacers' courage gave us one of the most memorable underdog stories in recent history. Above all, it reminded us why sports matter, because every game is a story. And the story of Thunder versus Pacers in 2025 will be retold for generations.